This is the Valens Aqueduct. It was built by the Roman Emperor Valens in 373 AD to carry fresh water from the forests of Thrace into the heart of what was then Constantinople, the city that would one day become Istanbul. It's 921 metres long, parts of it still stand 29 metres tall, and the fact that a Roman aqueduct simply exists in the middle of a modern city with traffic passing beneath it tells you everything you need to know about Istanbul. This city doesn't erase its past, it builds on top of it. Layer upon layer of Greek, Roman, Byzantine, Ottoman, modern Turkish, all of it here stacked on the same peninsula, separated not by distance but by depth. And if the Valens Aqueduct is what you can see, the water delivery system above ground, then what lies beneath the streets is the other half of the same story of Istanbul. There's a version of Istanbul that belongs to the guidebooks, the Blue Mosque, the Grand Bazaar, the Bosphorus cruise, all of it worth seeing, genuinely, but a city of 17 million people is not a museum, it's a living thing, with neighbourhoods that have their own logic, their own pace, their own personality. So the interesting question is never what the famous city looks like, it's what the city looks like when it isn't performing for anyone. So we're going to 4 places today, 2 on the European side of the Bosphorus, 1 on the border between the old and the new, and 1 that requires a ferry, because the best things in Istanbul usually do require a ferry. We're going to Balat, we're going to Vefa, we're going to Karaköy, and then taking a ferry across the Bosphorus to Kuzguncuk before we call it a day and end the video. So this is the Balat district of Istanbul, a city within a city, with these steep steps and quaint, colourful houses. So this area dates back to around the Ottoman times, some of it a bit later than that. This area is actually quite busy, anytime after 9 AM, and it's packed with tourists. But just a few streets away, you find empty steps, empty streets, quiet squares. You just have to look around. Climbing the steps is not a good idea on a hot day like today.
Sabah simit duman, Galata'da kahve, diller karışıyor her köşe başka halle. Balat'ta renkli çamaşır iplerinde hikaye. Duvarlarda eski şarkı, adımımda ahenk melodi. Mahalle mahalle İstanbul, her adım başka bir yol. Dönerken başım dönsün dünya, bu şehir yansın.
So we're now in a neighbourhood called Vefa. I should be honest, this is not on the tourist trail. It is small side streets, a lot more modern than the traditional Ottoman Byzantine areas. This is very local. Local shops, local people buying food, homewares, clothing. This is not your typical tourist area, but in 5-10 minutes we'll come to something called the Vefa Bostici, I think it's called. That might be how you pronounce it. It was a famous haunt of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. He used to go to drink a famous fermented wheat drink called the Bostici. When you travel, it is good to come to neighbourhoods like this because you really understand how the locals live outside of the glitzy, manufactured, manicured touristy areas. So this part of Vefa is an ancient quarter pressed up against the base of the hill where the Suleymaniye Mosque stands. It takes its name, according to tradition, from the mystic Say Vefa, who built a mosque here in around the 15th century. For most of its history, it's been a place of scholars, learning, universities, and it's close to the great mosque complexes, removed from the waterfront trade that drove wealthier districts, such as Balat. On the main street of Vefa there's a shop that's been here since 1876. The Vefa Bosacici. It sells boza, a fermented drink made from millet or wheat, thick and slightly sour and slightly sweet, best drunk cold with roasted chickpeas on top. The shop is shut today, but apparently it's an acquired taste, quite sweet and sour at the same time. But Ataturk apparently loved it. And then the Suleymaniye Mosque rises above the horizon. You can't miss it. It was built by the great architect Mimar Sinan for Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent.
But you will have more coming in.
Yeah, but it's not.
It was completed in 1558, and many people consider it one of the best examples of Ottoman architecture in the world. Most visitors to Suleymaniye come on a tour and leave straight away. The neighbourhood around it though, Vefa, is invisible to them. But it's definitely worth exploring because you'll see how the locals live, what they eat and drink. And, top tip, the prices are lower here than in the touristy areas. So if you want to try some traditional Turkish food or drink, come to Vefa. So we're now in Karaköy. We crossed the Bosphorus on the tram from the European side. I think we're still on the European side, we might now be on the Asian side, but this is a lot more modern. There are a couple of old buildings, a couple of old mosques and churches, but most of this area is modern Istanbul. Wealthy areas, really modern buildings, luxury cars. Let's have a walk around Karaköy and the seafront before we head over to the Asian side properly on a ferry.
Abi işte satışı.
Istanbul on the Anatolia, the Asian side, called Karaköy. This is something you don't see on YouTube very often. This is basically a town surrounding an airport, Sabiha Gökçen Airport. So it's very local here. There are a handful of restaurants and cafes, and unlike in central Istanbul, all of the signs are written in Turkish only. So you know you're somewhere where it's like a really local neighbourhood when they don't have everything written in English. So why am I in Karaköy? Well, I've got a very early flight from Sabiha Gökçen Airport back to Manchester tomorrow morning. And Sabiha Gökçen is just one metro stop away from Karaköy. So this is literally a town built around an airport. It's very modern. So the reason I'm in Karaköy is because I got an early flight and I'm staying in the Ibis Styles in Karaköy. Apparently I've been upgraded to a suite, so let's see what that's like. This is not bad for one night. Got a table, sofa, another chair, TV, another chair, strange lamp, a desk, a mini bar that's empty, coffee, tea, water. What's the view like? A view of a view of that. We've got big storage thing. And we've got we've got a bathroom, big shower, ironing board, safe, branded slippers, more tea and coffee, then a big bed, and another desk, and a view of that again. So this, for one night, cost me £48. Not bad value for £48. I'll be leaving at about 6 in the morning. It's now 8 PM, so I haven't really got time. Oh, and another bathroom. What a strange room. But I need some food, so I might go back out to Karaköy for an hour or two, try and find something to eat. Then I really need an early night for an early flight back to Manchester in the morning. So let me just relax for a few minutes. My feet are killing me after walking about 20 miles today. And then we'll go and see what Karaköy has to offer at about 8:30 PM in terms of food.
Koş sokak sokak, taşla tozla izim. Eski kapı eşik, yeni günün ritmi. Sabah simit duman, Galata'da kahve. Diller karışıyor her köşe başka halle. Balat'ta renkli çamaşır iplerinde hikaye. Duvarlarda eski şarkı, adımımda ahenk melodi. Mahalle mahalle İstanbul, her adım başka bir yol. Dönerken başım dönsün dünya, bu şehir yansın içimde kor. Mahalle mahalle İstanbul, bir kalpte bin masal dolu. Kayboldum buldum kendimi, sokak sokak senle sarhoşum. Kadıköy'de kalabalık, vapur sesi uzaktan. Modada genç sesler, rüzgar taşır sokağımdan. Üsküdar'da bir bakış, kıyıda çay tepsisi. Bir gülüşle genişler koskoca boğazın içi. Mahallen mahallen İstanbul, her adım başka bir yol. Dönerken başım dönsün dünya, bu şehir yansın içimde kor. Mahallen mahallen İstanbul, bir kalpte bin masal dolu. Kayboldum buldum kendimi, sokak sokak senle sarhoşum. Beşiktaş'ta tezahürat, arka sokak.
So just made it back to Manchester Airport on another Pegasus flight, 4 hours this time from Sabiha Gökçen. Same plane, same hard, thin seats, but the crew were a bit more friendly this time. Sabiha Gökçen Airport is chaos though. There's just too many people for a small terminal like that. And I went to the Aspire Lounge, no, Premium Plaza Lounge. It was heaving, so much so that I was stood up for the 25 minutes I was in there and couldn't take any videos or photos because it was just too busy. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was useful. There's more to come from Istanbul and around the world, so make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you somewhere else in the next one. So I spoke to YouTube and they said you would also like these cool videos from my channel, so please also check these ones out.
Çengelköy'de ince kokar, çarşı taşar akşam vakti. Her semtin ayrı aksanı, aynı kalbin farklı taktiği. Mahalle